and have this for playback. Thank you so much. Well, my background, I come from a cannabis research background. I've been in cannabis research for a number of years. I've taken that information and taken that research industry, and I built a $22 million company with my research partner, Dr. Bill William E. Muldowney. In 2021, he passed away. I've been with him since my daughter was 2 years old. My daughter's now 25. So that's my oldest daughter. And I know I look young. Thank you. I know, but my daughter's now 25. And when he passed away in 2021, it was a devastating time for me because I just ventured out in this real big recoup because Dr. Bill had always taught me whenever you make money, you got to double down and invest back in yourself. Nobody's going to believe in you the way you got to believe in you. So you always have to invest in yourself. So we started small and we took it to a point where we actually had helped the native Indian tribe to get their first legal harvest in U.S. history in 2019. And that allowed us to create medicines. I actually have one of the medicines here with me. This is the medicine that we designed for cancer for patients with epilepsy. So I've been a research doctor for over 15 years doing this. And when he passed away in 2021, I lost $5 million because I did not understand certain things about finances. I did not understand certain things about money. I did not understand certain things about business. And it floored me. I had marketing skills, I had networking skills, but this is where I had all my eggs in this basket because I doubled down. And I was in a very bad position. CJ came to me and George came to me throughout this very same time. CJ came to my house and he said, Jason, I want to offer you a shopping mall. But don't worry, you don't have to do anything with it right now, but just don't make sure you don't lose it. And then he tried to tell me about that to me at the time. I'm like, listen, I don't have the time for this. I'm going through my own changes. I'm making my own adjustments. He came back again the year later, 2022. Same conversation. I said, all right, I'll pay attention at the end of 2022. And I got started with that to me, and I really didn't take it serious. I've done network marketing. I've done associate affiliate marketing and a lot of different business models in the past. Understanding what was happening with AI. AI is about to take over 85 million jobs by 2025. But understand that a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, yes. But a lot of people are going to become millionaires if you understand how to leverage this network of social media in the process of the system. Because if we have an AI-proof business model, then nothing can stop you. And that's what made me take another look at Atomy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in front of us an AI-proof business model. And that's really the most important thing I want us to understand here, is that with Atomy, we have in our hands an AI-proof business model with the power on the vision of the Cosmeto Millionaire movement and the implementation of the morning momentum calls. These are the tools that will completely catapult to be able to give structure to the vision to accomplish the goals that we all have. Now, as I said, I know each person here have different goals, but there are three different kinds of people here on the call. There are those people who they don't have social media accounts. They don't have access to, to do it. They're not familiar with it, but they know they need it. That's those kinds of people. That's one age group. There's a second kind of people that they have a social media account. They might make posts here or there, but they don't know how to leverage it. That's another group of people. Then there's the people who have it, they know how to use it, but they'd like to learn a bit more to see how they can sharpen their skills to become better. For everybody on this call, I want you to understand that this is a journey and identify where you are in your journey. You see, I don't want us to fall for the follow me concept, but actually apply what I can apply what's applying to me concept. And what do I mean? There are certain things that are going to apply specifically to you that I want you to take and apply to you because not everything is going to apply to you. A lot of times in business, we get the follow concept where, okay, because he's doing it and it looks good, make sure that it's working and it's working for you. And with that being said, I want to take the time to talk about Atomy. all right, who we are and what we do. What is our business structure? So we can identify if we are an Atomy and we have a business model, a business structure that is AI proof, and we now have social media. Most of us here grew up before the internet became the internet and saw how the internet made a lot of people millionaires. We saw how the social media thing came along and woohoo, another group of people became millionaires. And now we're hearing about this AI thing coming along and woohoo, here it goes with crypto and all of these other things. Well, not another group of people are about to become millionaires. But guess what? Word of mouth advertising, direct marketing and direct sales is still the number one industry for you to be able to leverage to become a millionaire, still till this day. So we're in an industry that is AI proof, meaning that is word of mouth advertising, because that is the essence of what we do. I want us to pay attention to that. While it is network marketing, while the essence of it's a cosmeto millionaire, the power of what we have is word of mouth advertisement, and excitement is what is going to take it. So when you're talking to people, you've got to be excited when you're sharing your videos on social media. And I'm encouraging not just to share these videos, but also share other videos as well. You've got to be excited because people are going to be attracted to that excitement. That excitement is what's going to make them want to follow you, make them want to join your team, make them want to buy, make them want to get on board, especially when you're having a face-to-face conversation. So for everybody that's here who was fortunate enough to be a part of the promotion to get those first set of videos that went out, when you're sharing those videos with people, listen, you've got to be excited. Listen, I've got to show you this. I, you, do you have 6 minutes right now? That's all I need. Check this out. And you played the video, and because you've listened to the video 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, you would know the points of the video to flexion because your facial expression would also be able to sell it as well. And again, I'm talking about social media. The essence of what we're talking about is marketing, and the product of what we're talking about is a daily central product. So I'm breaking it down on the simplified steps, and I'm going through the process because I want us to all be able to identify everybody fits in a certain level or category. It's not a one size fits all, but I need you to identify where you fit so that you can apply what applies to you so that they can take off and you can run with it. Fair enough? All right. So the next thing that we're going to talk about and what I want everybody to write down for me right now, and this is important, all right, is we have to have messages that we put together. And what is, as a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull this up here. No, I'm not able to share my screen on this level. All right, sorry about that. I was going to try to make an attempt to share my screen here. What we have here, guys, are the messaging. All right. So for social media, I want us to start write down these messaging, and this is one of the key messages I want us to share about Atomy. Okay. So when you talk about Atomy, we started just right. We started in '09, a global business that's rapidly changing the network marketing industry. Currently, right now, we do business in over 26 countries.
Hey Jason, if you want to go ahead and try and share again, you can try. I changed the setting for a minute so you can be able to.
See if I can get back to my document share. No, I'll just go through here, but let me, well, you know what? Let me, Okay. Thank you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. So what we have here for is the messaging established in 2009. And I want if you could take a screenshot of this, guys. I'd love for us to take a screenshot of this. Okay.
Hey, Jason, did you click share? Because all we see is you started to, but it's not showing anything. You should got like a dialog box that should pop up, and then you just click the blue button that says share.
I think it went away. Let's try this again. No, I didn't see it. It's not coming back up.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Sorry about that, guys. I appreciate your patience.
Yeah, stop this. Okay, try it again. When you hit the green button, then you should get like a dialog box. It's going to ask you what part of the screen you want to share. And as long as you highlight it, then it's going to have a blue button to the right that you have to click. And then once you click it, you'll see that particular screen that you're trying to share.
It might be on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
You know what? What I'm going to do is this.
Mhm.
I'm going to take screenshots of this, guys, and I'm going to make it available right now in the group.
Okay.
Because what I don't want to do is to waste a lot of time on this because I apologize about that because I understand technology sometimes. And because I understand technology sometimes is the reason why I want us to then continue moving through the process
No
because I
problem.
want people to be able to ask questions as well. I don't want us to spend a lot of time on the delays of that. So I just take the screenshots of that information. So I make sure that information is available. And I thank you so much. But let me just share the information with you verbally by verbatim so we can get there, so we can get an understanding of the messaging that we're just talking about. Now, the first aspect of the messaging is really Atomy, as I said. We're Atomy, we've been established since in 2009. We're a global that's global company that's rapidly changing the network marketing industry. Currently does direct sales in 26 regions as well. Now, that's just one message. Again, I'm going to make them available inside of the chat, but that's just one message. And the reason I say that's one message is as we share the different messages, I want us to share the links. I want you to share your videos. I want you to share your post. That's what's going to be important because I'm going to help us to set up a system where you understand there's levels to it. But then for the people who are proficient in sharing the message, I want you to understand the messaging that we should be getting across. The next one, as it relates to specifically us as Cosmeta millionaires and Atomy when we're communicating with people. All right. We have a company that's consumer based oriented, that's completely focused on absolute quality and absolute price. That by itself is one message. We have a company that's customer based and customer focused. That's their sole focus is providing absolute quality and absolute price. That's one message. And I'm going to help you to understand the power behind the message is because with each message, you can apply a call to action. With your call to action, you can engage your audience on social media. And that's the power behind it. Because then you can ask questions. What do you think about this? Do you agree? How do you feel about this? Do you support this? Because there are some people who are proficient in social media. These are call to action messaging that you could take to forums and chat rooms to engage people in different groups on social media, to be able to engage people, to be able to get new customers. And that's another level of social media marketing, just the same. For the people who are intermediate, who have social media, who just don't know how to do it yet, this is the perfect message for you to now leverage with your new Atomy promotional personalized video to now share information about the company, both visually that people can see and verbally that they can read. Now it's completely personalizing it for you. For the person who has no idea about social media and is just now getting into this entire platform, this is important for you to understand. This is how I present it to people. And this is the kind of confidence I need to share my video with when I'm having that conversation. Because again, that's what's going to determine the results of what we need. Now, before I finished the meeting yesterday, this morning, I spoke about having a financial goal set, and that's important. And I'm going to touch on that as well. But the next message I want us to talk about is that Atomy, our revenue last year was over 2.3 trillion Korean won. That's one message. And again, with the global members of 15 million, and our goal is focused on customer success. So you can combine them in one message, or you can keep them individual as three. So I'm going to repeat it again. Our revenue last year was over 1.3 trillion Korean won. We have globally over 15 million members. And our company's global goal is focused on customer success. Now, the reason why I say that again is we have as I said this morning, we have a 10 out of 10 business, meaning 10 out of 10 people have skin. So they're going to qualify for this. And because they're going to qualify for this, we should not have any doubts or limitations or hesitation about the conversation. And I want us to have the conversation with confidence. Again, understanding if you're talking to them from a social perspective, we're still a number one, meaning that in the 2009, since we got started in those 15 or 16 years, we're still the only company that does not offer any auto ship, any membership fees. We're the only company right now that still has the number one direct marketing health and wellness selling product. See, these are tips and things that we need to identify because these are selling points. These are selling points. And when I say these are selling points, these are also pain points for other people as well. We might not be paying attention to the pain point that for the other person because we're focused on trying to sell the product. But having these morning momentum calls and listening to Maria, listening to Navlet, break down the technology, break down the experience, break down the information behind it has completely changed my entire perspective. Completely. Why is that? Because just like Bob Eugene says, we have to be products of the product. But if I'm not a product of the product because I haven't tried that product yet, morning momentum call is the perfect ground for me to show up at on time every morning to make sure I get this information as Navlet is sharing it, as Maria is breaking it down, as Bob Eugene is opening the information, as Ken is asking a question about something, as Nick is doing a presentation, as CJ's opening the floor for anybody to ask questions. Because now on that platform, I get a chance to now learn secondhand. Again, like CJ said, that's designed to compress time. And that's what this training is designed for as well. And the reason I want to piggyback on that is because we're working tandem. We're working as a team. This is the Cosmeto Millionaire Movement call. And because this is designed behind that, I want us to pay attention to success loves speed, but there's also a sequence in that. And the first thing that it starts with you have to have your own goals set aside. So whether that is, okay, I want to make sure that I can qualify for that $500 every single week, or I need to make sure that I'm making at least $5,000 a month. What does that mean to me in numbers? And what does that mean to me in business? So just like I talked about, we're in a 10-10 business. So let me break down those numbers for you again. 10 out of 2. Now, for every 10 people that you talk to about Atomy, 2 people are going to join. You could write that down. And if you don't believe me, try those numbers. For every 10 people that you talk to, 2 people are going to say, yes, let's come, let's do it. So out of 10, you're going to get 2. Right? Now, out of every 10 that comes on board, 2 of them are going to be like you to say, hey, listen, I want to run a business. I want to make some money like you. Now, the next thing is, are you going to make those phone calls to get it done? Because if you need to make 10 phone calls a day to get to those 2 people that are going to say yes to you, do you have the discipline to go through those 10 calls? Or maybe it's the second 10 because the first 10 people didn't answer. Or maybe you have to make 60 calls that day. If I showed you my list of contacts of people that when I sit down, these are all like contacts of people that I've talked to from different networking marketing companies and different businesses, from my prospected, and I had them all here with me. Why? Because whenever I need to make calls, I do not hesitate to smile and dial. Why is that? This business is going to be work. It's not easy, but it's going to pay you better than a 9-to-5 job if you work the business. That's the point behind it. Now, I know, again, we're going to get to social media strategically, which I'm going to get into that right now. But I wanted to take the time to set the stage so everybody understands we're not all running at the same page. So I don't want you to feel left out or left behind or that I don't fit in. Okay, we're all equal here. We're all here to support and help each other grow. That's the purpose of this training call. Okay, that's why I opened up the platform for us all to be able to tap in. Now, with that being said, specifically for social media, now the 10-10-10 formula is what we're going to apply to social media just the same because we're in a 10-10 business. 10 out of 10 people have skin. So this is the specific strategy that we're going to apply. Now, for every 10 posts that you make on social media, you're going to get 2 people that are going to be interested that want to participate, whether they like it and comment, and you need to follow up with the comment to ask a question. Because again, simple, just asking a question. Remember this, write this down. Questions are the employers of answers. And if you're with a person and you're talking too much sometimes without asking them any questions, you might lose them in the process of your excitement. So while I'm excited, man, what do you think? I want to ask a question. And the reason being because I want to gauge their level of excitement and to get their buy-in as well. Because with your excitement, people are going to start doing this. And even when you ask them, what do you think? You just nod your head and they'll just be doing the same thing because they're programmed to do that. And I say again, 10 posts on social media. Now, this is what that 10 posts could look like, especially for the people who have the social media video. You wake up in the morning, everybody wakes up at a different time. You wake up in the morning after you take your time to meditate, you say your thank you to the Lord, you pay your homage, you have your breakfast. Between your shower and your coffee, you send off a post with a morning meditation. If you're a person that likes to do the morning meditation quotes, now you include that video with your morning meditation quotes to everybody that you'd normally send it out to. You're just doing it on your WhatsApp group. And then you post that on your social media. On lunch, now you're on lunch break, you take your video, now you have another quote that we just talked about, that messaging, you take that messaging, now you share it at your lunch. That's 2 posts. In the evening, before you get home, you send off a post while you're at work, while you're scrolling after the work, before you leave, you send off another post on social media. And the reason being, that's another one. Continue that. Go home. Before you know it, you're at home now, you're chilling out. Now you're relaxing. Now let me go ahead and I start posting. Now you can make another post. And now that's just 4 random posts during the workday. And the reason why I want to give you an example of 4 random posts during the workday is that in the morning when you wake up, it's a high chance that you can reach the morning crowd. In the afternoon, you're going to be able to get a different crowd. In the evening and then the night before you go to bed, you posting it with different messaging is going to increase your chances of not only people seeing your post, but also people engaging your post. Now, remember, For every 10 posts, you're going to get 2 people engagement that are going to turn into a follow-up for you to then turn into a customer. How easy is it for you to make a post on social media? Does it cost you anything to post on Facebook? It's free to post on Facebook. So just like Atomy is free, just like all of this other the products and services are free, this is also a free thing. Now we're going to have to be disciplined to make sure that we get it done on time. Because if we're not going to be disciplined to the strategies that are laid out, it doesn't make a difference. It does not make a difference. Now I'm going to open up for a second for questions to see if anybody has any questions specifically as it relates to what we've discussed so far, or any specific topics as it relates to the Cosmetic Millionaire and Atomy, what we're moving forward with. Any questions so far? No
Yes,
questions?
Jason.
Yes, sir. Ken, talk to me, brother.
Yeah, so basically we can upload the post if we have an Instagram account, or if we have Facebook and TikTok and all these various social media accounts. We can just what the video that you sent us, we can just
So
upload.
absolutely. Absolutely. You want to upload that video first to YouTube so you get your YouTube link, because then it's easier for you to share it on WhatsApp if you're sharing it with anybody else. After you do that, the next thing you want to do is you want to share it with TikTok first before you share it with Instagram, because TikTok gets out to a larger audience and you don't need to have a large fan base to be able to get it moving with TikTok. After you do TikTok, then you take it to Instagram. And after you do Instagram, then you take it to Facebook.
I find that
All right.
also on TikTok, it's easy. It's easier once you have a certain amount of followers, you can
It
go
gets
live.
easier. Absolutely. 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 But this allows you to build up those followers by being able to do that. And again, if you post that same video at different times, morning, afternoon, night, think about it. If you have one Instagram, one Facebook, one TikTok account, right? And you're posting one Instagram, one Facebook, one TikTok in the morning, one Instagram, one Facebook, one TikTok in the lunch. That's 3, 6, that's 12 posts. Just by copying the same post you post here, you just copied and posted there.
I
Takes you the
suspect
same time.
a few people in the audience might not know how to post these things. Can you touch on that?
We're gonna get into that as we continue the training. Again, this is the first training covering these topics and getting into it in more detail. I want to first identify that we're not all on the same page or not all on the same frequency, so nobody feels left out. That's the first thing, because I don't want to be on the call and talking up here to only these kinds of people and the people who, you get what I mean? That's the reason why I wanted to leave it as an open floor. I see we have B.
I have
B
a
Para.
question.
Yes, B Para.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, B Para, you
Hi.
had a question? I see you have
Hi,
your hand raised.
yes. How about if I don't have a TikTok account?
If you don't have a TikTok account, then you can create a TikTok account. There's ways to create a TikTok account.
And you highly recommend to open it?
Absolutely. I'd recommend opening a TikTok account.
Okay.
It's information and content, because you definitely want to have the channels open to share the content. Absolutely. You definitely want to do that. Yes, ma'am. I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Miss
guess
Marie.
I'm technically challenged, but I'm willing to learn.
Okay, definitely. Well, we'll definitely make some arrangements available for you as well. I see Miss Marie Woodson. She had her hand available. Hand up. You had a question, Miss Marie?
Yes, Jason. Hi.
How you doing?
Are there any particular hashtags we need to be using?
Okay, so their keywords, that's a good question. That's a very good question. Their keyword hashtags to pay attention to, for example, health, wellness, well, each post is going to determine the hashtag that's going to be in it. What I'd like to do personally is I like to put my hashtags in the post. So while the post is there, I'll hashtag one word here, hashtag another word there, hashtag another word there. So while in the body of my post, I have 2-3 different hashtags in it versus having the hashtags at the bottom. It does the same effect, but it's a little different because it tricks the algorithm into sorting your content in a different pile, but then still making it more available at the same time. So it's just some of the strategies that I've learned so far. But what we're doing, if it's based on Atomy itself or HemoHim, health, wellness, or absolute, those are going to be the key ones because those are going to be the trending ones just the same. But as it relates to, I like to structure the message and hashtag those words in the message. That way I don't have to put extra hashtags at the bottom.
I like that. That sounds good.
Hey Jason, we got less than 3 minutes left before the Zoom kicks us out.
All right, thank you guys. I said, guys, I told you guys we were going to keep this to about 40 minutes. And do we have any questions? Can we squeeze another question in before we go? Do we have any other questions?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
This is Ahmed.
Ahmed, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing, Brian?
Doing good, brother. Doing good.
Yes. The video that I have is great. It's just that with my phone, they broke it up into like 10 different sections. And so I need to just switch it to my computer so I can, I don't know, maybe it's going to work a lot better. But,
can you connect your WhatsApp to your computer?
I probably can. I have to, because I know I don't have it on my computer. I have it on my phone, but
check it out. This is your solution. When you go home on your computer, go to web.whatsapp or go to Google and go to Google WhatsApp web. And it'll give you the link to connect your WhatsApp to your computer. That will allow you to download the full video to your computer directly from the WhatsApp on your computer. This way it's not broken up into pieces. And then that way you can upload it from your computer to your YouTube and make the link that you can send out. All right?
All right, great.
No problem, brother. Listen, guys, I just want to say again, thank you everyone for your time today. As with the video services, I do make it available for the Atomy team. So that is something that is available. I ask everybody to contact me directly. I'm going to make my number available for people to be able to reach me. I'll put it in the chat right now. And for anybody who wants to get an additional help, they can reach me directly, and then we can speak more as far as whatever services or consulting that you might need at that point in time. But I just want to thank you guys so much. I just made my number there. It's 954-708-5631. But I just, again, want to thank everybody for the time. We're going to get deeper into social media. We're going to be here every Wednesday. So next week, Wednesday, be here. We're going to get deeper into social media. Today was the top layer. I wanted us to all be on the same page today. I hope we can appreciate that. So then as we move forward, we can start laying out more nuggets that each person, and again, come with questions as it relates to your concerns, because I want to lay out at least 10 minutes to answer questions specifically as to relates to individual concerns on the next call next week. All right, guys?
Sounds good. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you,
Listen,
Jason.
so much.
I'll end this with this. Your purpose on this earth is not to please me, nor is it to fulfill some unfulfilled emotional parent childhood need. Ain't no mystery. Check the history. Let everyone be proud of their very own deeds. Thank you, guys. God bless. God's best.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will see you guys next week. And